lets me lead into a man that always makes an impact here.
Oh.
Yeah. Mitch Stephens.
Ah, gotcha.
Yes, Mitch Stephens, how you doing? Our senior
Great.
writer extraordinaire. And now we know that there's a lot of big stories that are going on, and of course we've broke 2 this past week that have had a big impact socially. So please give us a little take on these big stories that we just broke yesterday.
Yeah, and thanks, Chris. Great, that was a great transition. Thanks, man. Yeah, we had 2 female coaches elevated to coach varsity football teams, which are, historic in many ways. Out in Pickett County, a woman named Brittany Garner was hired as the first Tennessee coach first woman to ever be, given that position. And I think, I think her motivation and kind of what excites her most about this was simply, allowing her kids to play the game they love. I mean, this isn't a program at Pickett County that had much success. They've won like 3 games since 2009. She was hired actually to start the year to just be the co-coach and kind of act as an administrator, but when they let the other coach go, she just stepped up. She's already the team's softball coach. Her experience in football is really minimal. I mean, she joked that most of her experience is playing Madden on the computer, but she just genuinely loves kids, her school, and helping to shed a really, really positive light on Pickett County, and I think she'll definitely do that.
Now, Mitch, we have another female coach by the name of Ninji Martin. She was actually a professional football player, and now give us a little intake on her. Can she play the game a little bit?
Oh man, can't she ever? Coach Martin, she's been playing since 2003 for the San Diego Surge of the Women's Football Alliance. Basically professional football for women. So, and in those 11 years, she's been like the team MVP 9 times, including last year. So she also played linebacker for the gold medal winning U.S. Team that played internationally. She coached the freshman team last year. She was elevated to the JV team, and she did a good job. She was elevated to the JV as a JV coach. And when, San Diego's head coach, Doug Packwood, kind of just abruptly resigned last week, the administration there at San Diego asked her to step up, and she enthusiastically accepted. She definitely knows her stuff.
Hey, Mitch, finally, before we let you go, do you think this is a trend we will continue to see at the high school level where a female is a head coach of a varsity football team or even the lower levels?
Right. Steve, I don't really know. I really can't say that. But, the fact that these 2 hirings came in the same week, at the same time, at the very same time the NFL is having so many domestic issues, I don't think it was calculated. I just think, honestly, it was kind of a sheer coincidence. But I think it's good timing. I think it's really good timing. We know that there's Amy Arnold. She coaches an 8-man football team in Arizona. And for 4 seasons, Natalie Randolph, she coached in Washington, D.C. before stepping down last year. But, if Coach Martin and Coach Garner, if they have a lot of success or they have a positive experience, I think athletic directors across the country will just say, why not? Somebody's qualified, for sure. They should coach.
All right, that is Mitch Stephens, MaxPreps National Senior Writer. You can follow Mitch on Twitter and MaxPreps.com. And Chris, I was watching highlights before the show of Ninji Martin, the football coach there in San Diego. She could play.
Can't she really?
She's a good player, so she knows what she's talking about.
Right. I think that's the main gist. Yep. A coach is a coach. A coach, at the end of the day, doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. If you can get out there and coach, and then let's see how you can lead the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of followers and social interaction that's going along with this, and a lot of people are supporting the move of having these women coach at the high school level in football.
Yeah, and if you want to reach out to us on social, we're going to throw up a graphic right now and break it down.
I'll take it away right here. And if you're on Twitter and you're tweeting around, make sure that you tweet at MaxPreps or even go to at MaxPreps Video to follow us as we post all the hottest and the best high school sports video. If you're on Instagram, follow us at MaxPreps, Facebook as well, MaxPreps. And if you have a play that you want us to see right here in the show on Friday Night Live, make sure that when you post on all of your social media accounts that you hashtag it MP Top Play.